Okay. Hello, everyone. I am just finishing up the final bits of setup that I need for round 5. Is that? Why are you being finicky? I'm just trying to pull up my own stream on my tablet so that I can keep tabs on where my camera is looking and if anyone's talking in chat. And my laptop sure is taking its time. Anyways, while that loads, I can probably go over the basics. I'm not going to go over the super nitty-gritty, just because it eats up like a whole 15 minutes. Basic details: Lantern's Rain Challenge from Taste, Special Pariah. He has 20 toughness, 9 movement. He's got 3 extra evasion and 1 extra luck tokens. He also has +2 speed and +3 damage. His traits: he has his classic inverted Pariah traits. Cyclopean Cruelty, which I have been remembering to do, gives priority target to anyone that suffers severe injury. It also makes Pariah draw a second AI card during his turn. Jagged Grotto is just me having to deal with potentially falling to my death. Inverted involves spending survival to stay in place after attacking, otherwise I swing to the nearest piton. And Somatic Empathy is the trademark Pariah trait. But in addition to that, I've got Indomitable, I've got Hive Mind and Spawn, which will just have Spiderling spawn at the beginning of each turn. Frantic Spinning will prevent survivors from spending movement while adjacent to a Spiderling. And Gormyard and Gorm's Den just increase the survival cost of Dash and Surge to 2 instead of just 1. So, after doing that, characters are more or less the same. The only changes I have made are Devereaux now has Dense Bone arrows instead of the Vespertine arrows. Pariah doesn't have much in the way of like great crit locations. He has a lot of inverted reflex cards, so that just cuts down on number of available crit possibilities. So just milling through that without a good chance of actually critting is not great. I took Dense Bone arrows instead, which without bleed on the Ink Blood bow should just be better overall. I've got it takes my accuracy from a 7 down to a 5. It's still 2 speed, and it has 2 less strength, but I get sharp. I lose deadly, but honestly, I'm mostly going to be using Devereaux to just chip at Forge Priest, so that doesn't matter anyway, because there's no crit locations on minions. Sure wish there were, though. Hello again, Califax. The other change that was suggested to me was Yenica now has a hidden Crimson Jewel instead of the Silk Bodysuit. Just gives me an additional chance at either getting crit with Wrath or not dying, which, yeah, all these survivors have little key components that I need them to be able to trigger before they're allowed to die, otherwise things get really dicey. So, yeah, it'd be really cool if they just didn't die. So yeah, is my stream... I can see it now? Okay, cool. Anyways, we're going to jump straight into this. So, starting with Pariah. Just to save on time, because I've been told I've been trustworthy, I shuffled the hit location deck off screen. The AI deck is the same AI deck that was used in round 4. So it does mean I know which legendaries are in there, but I don't know where they are. Starting off, we have Grasping Hunger. This will... Oh. I guess not super significant, but I also changed locations of my survivors. I moved Devro up a little bit to here. He was previously in the back. He has a lot more armor than I've had him have in the first 3 attempts. So might as well try and get him to get hit a little bit and maybe stack up some bleed for that Inkblood bow. Yannick, on the other hand, still stays in the front because being female and having the most disorders, I believe, puts her at the highest risk of being targeted outright. Ooh, speaking of disorders, let me remove that. I had an extra disorder from last time that I didn't clear off the board. Guard is very blurry, yeah. I still haven't figured out a good way to deal with having both these scenes that have both different sections of the board, as well as being able to focus on the cards. So bear with me as I read aloud the card effects. Perhaps if I invest in another camera, I can address this, but that is maybe for next time. But Grasping Hunger, it targets the survivor with most tokens in range. That will be, actually, Sung, which is problematic. He has a lot of extra tokens because of his count set. So we are going to have Pariah move. What is this? Move and Synchronic Attack. Oh man, I'm gonna have to dash. I think I'm gonna have to dash to get him out of the way of hitting everyone else. So we'll spend 2 survival on Sung, bringing him down from 7 to 5. And this targets in 3 spaces forward and 3 spaces to the left and the right of Pariah. So he's already been targeted. I could move him 1, 2. That should be just out of the way of everyone else getting targeted. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, oh, excuse me, do I have it positioned correctly? Oh. Actually, I could have him over here because of the positioning of the card. Or the Synchronic Attack, rather. But anyways, Pariah's going to Synchronic Attack at +2 speed. Base 3 accuracy means he hits on a 4. That is 1 miss. Wow, that's all off screen. Okay, let me move that a little bit. That should be good. Alright, one of the rolls is a 3, and then I've got a 9, 6, and a 7, so that's 3 hits. That is going to be at 5 damage each. So, let's roll hit locations. Torso, hand, foot. I suppose we can dodge one. I'll ignore the torso, and I will take light injuries at the hands and the feet. Dice off screen. Yeah, I just moved them in. There is an after damage effect, Nourished by Misery, archive 4 of your negative attribute tokens. I have no negative attribute tokens. Monster heals 1 for each token archived this way. He does not heal any because there were none. That's the end of that attack, and then we do the second one. Somatic Replication. Survivor with the highest understanding. Everyone has equal understanding, so I believe that means it is my choice. Move into range and attack target. There's an after effect. The empathic bond replicates harm. If any survivor within 3 spaces of target have negative attribute tokens, no one does, the target gains 1 of these tokens. They place a token on somatic static. The way that reads as a separate statement makes me think that it is occurring regardless of if someone gains a token from this after damage. So I think I would like to have Pariah not run over anyone. So that leaves Lortel or Sung or Devereaux as valid options. No, not Devereaux. Okay, we'll have it attack Lortel then. Because with some luck, perhaps I can dodge these hits. He will move there. 1 step to this. Or no, sorry. This is a ranged attack. He won't move at all, actually. This has a range of 4. So we have 4 speed. Base accuracy is 3. However, Lortel has 4 evasion. I'll color you blue. She has a total of 4 evasion from the Monster Grease and the Black Star Bikini. So 4 speed hits on a 7. Okay, well, the 4 and the 5 don't hit. The 8 and the 9 do. I'm going to roll with Holy Sword Whip against the 8 to see if I can turn it into a 1. Okay, so that negates 1 of the hits, and that gives me armor to all hit locations. And then I'm going to roll off for the Black Star Bikini. If I roll a 7 or above, I can avoid this last hit. That's not a 7 or above. So this is going to do 5 damage if I want to take it. I don't think I do. 3 of my hit locations still have less than 4 armor, so I would have a pretty high risk of taking. Or no, I roll hit location first and I can turn if I dodge, so. Torso. I'll take that. So Torso is down to a light wound. And I take a somatic static token. And that is the end of Pariah's turn. And now I do all the nonsense with his crew. 1, 2, 3. We'll start with the easy ones. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's not going. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that Forge Priest is in range of our survivors. White is probably also in range of our survivors. We'll work with Spiderlings first then. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That one will just go to Pariah since it's not in range of any of the survivors, and then these will do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all the spiderlings have moved, and one of them is in range to attack Yannicka. So spiderlings attack with 3 speed, and they have a base of 4 accuracy, but with the evasion modifiers, they'll hit on 8. So 2 is armor, the 5 is a miss, the 10 is a hit. I can't beat a 10 with the Holy Sword Whip, but I can roll Bikini against it. What is it? Hold on. If you are hit, roll 1d10. Okay, so there's no turn limitations. No. So I will roll hit locations. Hands. I'll take that. It's 2 damage to the hands. But then I gain armor to all locations because of the 2 that I rolled. Okay. So all the spiderlings have gone. That leaves yellow and white Forge Priests still active. However, I have blocked them off sufficiently with the spiderlings, so I don't believe they should be able to get any hits on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also out of range. Okay. Starting off with everyone still alive on the first turn, so that's great. So now am I in range with Wrath? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll start with Wrath. Okay. So that was Yannicka that moved. And she... This hit will have 1 speed, and it hits on a... I have 0 accuracy modifier, however Pariah has 3 evasion tokens. So this hits on an 8. Yeah. Wrath and the Devil's Melody plan. I'll probably play out most of the other survivors aside from Sung to see how things stack up. I might Devil's Melody turn 1, but it's hard to say. I have to see what hits. So anyways, I need an 8 to hit. That was almost a 9. Okay. I have... How much survival? I still have 10 survival on you. If I don't want to swing away, I would have to spend a survival stay in place. I think we want to be aggressive here, so I will spend 1 survival to stay in place, and 2 more to surge. And we'll try again, hitting on a 8. That's a 3. Okay. Well, I shall swing 1 space to the left to be adjacent to the Piton. Okay, so that is the end of Yannicka's turn. Who is next? Lortel has an adjacent spiderling. So I think I will try to attack. So, spiderlings have a toughness that match the monster, which in this case is 20 because Pariah is a jackass. So, this is going to be a tough hit. Am I actually even able to do this? 3, I can. It's possible. It's not probable. Okay. So I have 1 speed. Do I have any accuracy modifiers? I hit on a 5. Yeah, 1 speed hit on a 5. That's a 9. I needed that earlier. So with a 9, I now get to wound. I have a base strength of 12. So I need 8 to wound. Wow, that's a 9. And that is our first Spiderling dead. And my Partisan Spear has a charge on it. I don't believe I want to spend... I mean, if I'm going to spend survival on anything, now would be the time, because this survival is just going to kind of sit in limbo otherwise. Do I poke the Pariah? I am diagonal to him, so I am in range with a Reach 2 weapon. So I have 1 accuracy from stats, and then I've got an accuracy from the Scrap Lantern, so... Sure. Let's try it. I'll spend 2 survival. 2 surge. Oh no, hold on. Oh no, I'm already adjacent to a Piton, so I don't swing back anywhere. Okay. So I spent 2 to surge, and with +2 accuracy against -3, or with against 3 evasion, brings me to a accuracy of 7. So 1 speed hits on a 7. That's a 10. So I now have applied, what is this, hamper accuracy? Yeah. That is 1 less accuracy for the Pariah. Where are my accuracy tokens? There they are. Okay, so I draw a hit location. It is the Bloodstained Bicep, which is a inverted location. Has a reflex. Full move the monster towards Piton range with most survivors adjacent to it. Smashes the Piton to archive it, and all survivors adjacent to it are knocked down. Oh, fun. We're starting with that, huh? So... I don't think... So the Piton that Lortel is on is the one with the most adjacent survivors. It also has Devereaux on it. So what I will do is I will dash with Devereaux, oops, during this reaction to move him out of the way. I don't remember the timing, if it's after the wound attempt during the reaction, but I don't believe in this case it'll be significant, the order I do it, because the end effect will still be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Devereaux has wicked movement because of the like the frog dog recipe. 7 movement total. So he's gonna move over to that other Piton. Back to Lortel. So with the Poison Partisan at base strength, I wound on an 8. So we shall see if I make that hit, or make that wound rather. Yeah, I don't have anything that benefits me here. Okay, let's see an 8. That is a 4. So that wound attempt does not succeed. And Pariah is going to... let me read that again. Full move the monster towards the Piton range with the most survivors adjacent to it. It smashes the Piton. I think... Oh, you know what? Hey Califax, you still here? I need a rules check. Is survival opportunity is during the reaction, or right immediately before performing the reaction, correct? So in this case, the targeting would have chosen the piton with 2 survivors, and would have stayed locked onto that one after I dashed one of my survivors away, right? Immediately before. If it is immediately before, then the targeting for this probably occurs after there is no piton with the most. So I guess I get a choice here. I'm going to have it choose this piton over here, actually, because I think the alternative would cause him to move over top of these 2 survivors, which would be bad. So that's a piton gone. You don't see the card yet. It's whoop. Let's see if I can get this in focus. It's one of his inverted reactions that smashes the piton with the most survivors adjacent to it. But I imagine calculation for that occurs during the reaction, so anyways, suffers bash, so Yannika's gonna roll for scramble. Yannika has what modifiers? Red, you have free climber, so you have +2 to your roll. +2 to roll. 4. 4 damage to a random hit location. I'm standing at the nearest piton. What hit location will be suffering damage? To the waist. That's okay. Oh. Okay, and then standing next to the nearest piton would bring me back over here. So yeah, that is Lortel's turn done. And next we're going to attack with Devereaux. Okay, so do I want to debuff him first? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So I am... What is the distance here? One, two, three, four, five, 6. I am 7 spaces away from Freya, and the Blood Bow has 7 range, so I could use the fainting shot, and I think that's what I want to do. So do I still have movement and action? I'm going to move 3 spaces away. I cannot move directly away because the piton is in the way, but I will circle around it. 1, 2, 3. The fainting shot gives me 3 bonus accuracy and 3 range after moving 3 spaces away. And I get to activate a bow or arrow from my grid. So I'm going to activate the Clawhead Arrow. This is 1 speed. With the accuracy modifier, well, actually... Oh, well, the 3 is offset, so... 6 minus 2 is 4, so this will hit on a 4. So, hopefully, it hits. That's a 9. Okay, so he gets -1 evasion, which is fantastic. And my clawhead arrow is expended. And now I draw a hit location, which is parry and super dense. The Rubicon Steel Heel. Is that? So I can crit here. Well, parry means I can only wound if I crit. But fortunately, there seems to be the reflex seems to not impact me since I am ranged. So this is pretty free. Base strength of the clawhead arrow is 6. Do I have any strength modifiers? I've got +4, bring me to a 10. So I would only wound on 8. Well, yeah, parry. I only wound on a 10 anyway. That's a 10. So, this is something I covered last time, but I'll bring it up again. Quadradept is innately tied to being immune to somatic static. A little bit strong for this fight, but it's my 5th attempt, so screw it. If Taste yells at me to weaken my survivors, I'll go do it again later. But that's tossed aside with the anhedonia disorder that I have just ignored. Also, the critical wound effect. Your attack clangs against the steel point, sending a shower of sparks glittering into the darkness. Gain +3 survival. It's great. I gained the survival back from the 2 I spent for the dash. The clawhead arrow is now expended. And now, I only have my surge remaining. Is there anything in particular I would like to do with that surge? No. So I'll just attack. I'm going to spend 2 survival to surge. The Fang lets me ignore Cumbersome. So I will activate the Dense Bone Arrows. We'll target the... Oh, right.
That attack will move me adjacent to the nearest piton. I'm actually going to be on the far side.
Okay, so 2 speed. Dense bonus are 2 speed. Base accuracy of 5, modified to be a 3. We're swinging at the Yellow Forge Priest. So 2 speed hits on a 3. That is 2 hits. That's visible, right? Yeah. So that's 2 hits. They do not have hit locations. They have a toughness of 16. So I have sharp +6 +4. So this is sharp. With a 9, I'm going to... That brings me to 19. I wound off of 2 or above. That is 1 wound on yellow. So this is the 2nd hit now. I'm going to roll sharp. Another 9, so I wound on a 2 or above. Okay. So that's 2 wounds on the Yellow Forge Priest, bringing him down to 4 health. Devereaux's turn is done. We are now left with just Sung, who cannot Devil's Melody at turn 1 because I only have 1 wound on Pariah. So, let me just put these markers back. Okay. What do I want to do with you? So Sung is right in front of Pariah. I guess I just swing. Just go for it. So, Sung has... What do we have here? 2 speed. Oh, can I move into space to backstab? I don't think I have the... Lortel's in the way. Unfortunate. Okay. So, we are looking at... I have 2 speed, 6 from the Gust Knives themselves, so it brings me 8 speed. Do I have anything else? No. 8 speed total. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I am basically only going to be... Or no, he has a -1 evasion token now. So, what does that mean? At +2, I hit on 9s. I have 0 accuracy modifiers. Perfect hit. My first perfect hit has an increased range of 1. Yeah, nothing too special. I'm gonna roll the first hit separately, because that one will perfect hit on a 9. And if I perfect hit, Backstabber will give me Devastating on my first hit. Or no, sorry. Backstabber's blind spot only. Okay, so this first hit, perfect hit on 9. That is not a 9. That in fact misses. The remainder of my attacks hit on a 9, but perfect hit on a 10. Well, miss, 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 and a singular perfect hit. So, hit location, malingering digits. This is a failure reaction. If I fail, I suffer glimpse, which would not be great. What am I working with here? So, I have 7 strength from the Gust Knives. I have a silly amount of strength tokens from the count set. So 7 plus 8, it brings me to 15 base. Is my Monster Tooth necklace included in that stats? I think it is. No, it's not, because I wanted 5 base strength for this guy for Scramble. So 10, 17. This guy needs to be tuned down a little bit, maybe. Okay, so I went on a 3, apparently. I can't take that because it went off screen. And I don't get a 3. Very disappointing. With Devastating. What does the anhedonia disorder do? Because my options here, you cannot gain fighting arts, secret fighting arts, or abilities. Oh. This is effectively a vignette, so that doesn't matter. I'll suffer anhedonia. Alright, so failing means I suffer glimpse. Prio will turn to face the attacker. And I reveal the top 4 cards of the AI deck. However, there's only one. Toss aside, which gives me the anhedonia disorder. And then I gain +1 understanding. So that's the anhedonia disorder. Okay. So, he has not moved yet, so I can still move. Is it really a good idea to, though? Or, no, excuse me, before that, I am going to get flung back, because I don't want to spend survival on this guy. He has so little already from the count set. So I'll have him back there, I believe. But I still have my movement, so I can move in and attack again, actually. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4. I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 2... No, I'll still use the survival first. 2 survival to surge. I am not in a blind spot, so I don't get the benefits of Backstabber. So, this is 8 speed. Oh, wait a minute, no. Sorry, we're going to undo that. I'm going to give myself the 2 survival back. I'm going to use the Count Trick Head and spend an attribute token, one of my strength tokens, to shred instead. It'll be a little bit cheaper. And this way, the Count Armor bonus, I can cancel a wound on hit locations drawn. Okay, so first one has a perfect hit on a 9, so we roll that one separately. That's not a perfect hit, and it's a miss. Okay, the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hit on a 9. I perfect hit on a 10. I got 1 perfect hit, and I got 1 regular hit. So, 2 hit locations. I have the Wicked Bony Shin and the Wicked Ancillary Arms. One of them is a first strike, so I must choose that one. It is a reflex. Yikes. Okay. Well, how many... That is going to hit both him and Yannicka when he does that sweeping kick. So, let's roll to wound. I did get a perfect hit. So, my first hit has devastating. Okay, so 7, 9, 16. So I wound on a 4. 7. It's 2 wounds with the devastating 1. I gain a -1 speed token off of Upon the Pyre, and Prehensile Kick gives me 1 damage to the leg location that ignores armor. I am knocked down because of a heavy wound. Alright, so my attack's going to get cancelled anyway. Before performing the reaction, Yannicka did not dash, so I think now is a good time to do so that she does not get kicked away. Subtract 2 survival from her, and I need to move her away. So, it is 3 wide, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4 should be sufficient to be out of range, but still be close enough to be in combat next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and she will be out of range of all of his minions. So now I'm going to apply the Wicked Bony Shin reflex. All survivors in the kick zone suffer 5 damage, knockback 5 in an NK direction, and a token on somatic static. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, he has bash as a result of the heavy injury. So let's start with this. Let's start with the hit location for the reflex. It's to the waist. Sung takes 5 damage to the waist. That is fortunately not a heavy wound. we've done the knockback, and now we need to, well, let's claim the somatic static. Somatic static. And then let's roll scramble. Scramble has, I have 5 strength, so there will be a +1 to my roll result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. No, I don't believe I had enough movement for that. Okay. I was just checking to see if I could have moved Yenica to be adjacent to Sung for that quick thinking. So I have +1 on this roll. That is a 10, so I gain +1 survival, actually. Very nice. And then he will be placed standing up upon the closest piton. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is now in range of spiderlings. That's unlucky. So that is the last of my survivors acting. And now, it's back to Pariah. First AI card, Heel Kick. Farthest target in range will be... Is that Devereaux or is that Sung?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is definitely Devereaux.
Place the monster adjacent to the target on top of as many other survivors as possible. Concussion, severe head injury if this lands. What does that do? Random disorder and a bleed token. I don't like disorders. So I can dash cancel this, actually. Which I think is what I'm going to do. So Devereaux is going to spend 2 survival to dash and move outside of the range of Pariah. So that brings him to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A distance of 10, which is out of range of Pariah's 9 movement. Now, the detail that I need to clarify with dash canceling is similar to minions, since Devereaux's targeted. Wait, no, what the hell is this? Furthest threat in range. Place the monster adjacent to the target on top. Place. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the random disorder and bleed. I can't, Oh, you were telling me what the severe injury was. Yeah, this is a place. I can't dash cancel that.
I'm going to give myself the 2 survival back, and I'm going to move back to where I was.
Luckily for me, there are no survivors adjacent. So I will just place him right there. So, he does not get placed on top of any other survivor. However, he is quite out of range of my other survivors, so we'll see how that plans out. Now he attacks with 4 speed. I have 1 evasion. And he has -1 accuracy as well, so he's gonna hit on a 5 with 4 speed. Spam alert? Oh. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, wait a minute. I need to do this on my actual computer. Okay. Where was I? Heel kick. He got placed. He's going to attack. 4 speed. Hits on a 5. Let's move this dice tray over a little bit. That's a lot of hits. Okay. So, I don't believe I have anything that can... Oh. Let me just, Spiderling at the start of turn. And remove a bleed from Yannick with the Bloodskin, because I forgot those. Anyways, back to the attack. These are going to be 4 damage each because of the Spediculeg recipe. I can dodge twice with Extra Sense. So I will do that. The next attack is probably going to target me. We dodge after we roll locations. That's a tough one to remember for me. So 2 to the torso, 1 to the hands, and 1 to the foot. That means armor will not be depleted at any locations. I think I will dodge one of the torsos, though, and keep 1 Extra Sense banked up. So that's going to be 4 damage to the torso, 4 damage to the feet, and 4 damage to the arms. Okay. And then I suffer the... I get 1 bleed, which is going to trigger Berserk on Mortel. So she gains 2 strength tokens and 2 speed tokens. And maybe we can start doing funny things with the Partisan Spear. And now I get a random disorder. Actually, what are the chances that Scribe gives me something scarier than what I would have drawn? Random. Sundrunk. When you have any +1 strength tokens, you cannot dash, dodge, or run away. Yikes. Well, the good news is... Oh no, I can't dodge with that +1 because... Ah, man! Alright. Alright, so that is Pariah's first attack. And we will now go to his second attack. Sudden Inversion! Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun one to trigger the Somatic Empathy on. Flip your positive attribute tokens to their opposite sides. Survive with highest evasion in range. That's actually not Devereaux. Okay. Digging its claws to the ground, this monster swings its legs viciously. This attack is keen, which ignores positive evasion. Oh. Positive evasion is added to the damage of the attack. So this one would have been a good... No, I can still dodge with... Or not dodge, dash. I will do so. Or, not Yannicka. We're looking for Lortel. I now have 3 strength tokens, which means I can spend 2 of them to dash. Pariah has a range of...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can just move 2 away and be fine. But I also want to be out of the range of the Forge Priest. So we're going to go full movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that's not good because I don't want both Forge Priests smacking out Pitons if I can afford it. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We started there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha.
Does Well, Lortel does have some evasion, so maybe I can survive. Okay, so we've canceled Pariah's action. Okay, going back to what I was asking earlier. Dash canceling on monster works the same way as minions. They still move to be as close as they could get, but they can't attack because they're not adjacent, correct? Califax is not here to answer. So I will do that because it's consistent with what I have done with the minions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's as far as he can get.
Actually, that helps me out because that blocks one of the Forge Priests. So, Pariah is now done his turn, and we go to minions. Oh, the question was, for dash canceling monsters, do they still move the extent of their movement as close as they can towards the target, even though they cannot reach the target? Oh, yeah, no worries. That's correct. Yeah. Okay, so then Pariah will be moving towards that center area of the board. And then now we deal with minions.
We'll do the easy ones first. This guy is going to just keep digging.
Because he's nowhere near any survivors.
This one will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is going to dig at some pitons as well because it is not
Close enough to any survivors.
Yellow is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yellow is in range.
I believe I will dash cancel yellow, but we'll hold off on that just until I deal with everyone else.
Spiderlings 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's one hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to crowd up. 2, 3, 4. You're going to go to Pariah because you can't reach. You are going to go to Pariah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 to Pariah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on a second. She moved one more to the full extent of her movement because that's the original plan, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, we're gonna eat it.
Forge Priest hit. So I'm going to do Spiderlings, and I'm going to leave the white and yellow Forge Priest for later. So, first Spiderling is against Sung. Okay, he has 1 evasion against the Spiderling's 4 accuracy, so that brings it to 3 hits on a 5. That's 2 misses and 1 hit. That hit is going to be 2 damage going towards the head. That's okay. And then we have Lortel is also getting hit by Spiderlings. That's 3 speed. This will hit on a 8 because of all of her positive evasion. Wow, really? Actually did hit. Okay, so we've got 1 8, a 7, and a 2. So the 2 is going to be armor. I'm going to roll whip against the 8, so I need a 9 or a 10 to cancel. That's an 8. Okay. Now I'm going to roll Bikini to see if I can ignore it. That's a 10. Okay, so Bikini triggers, and I gain 1 armor to all hit location. Oops. 1 armor. Okay, so that is Spiderlings now done. And now we have to deal with the Forge Priests. We're going to do white first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is able to get into range and is going to attack with 4 speed, 2 accuracy. However, I have 4 evasion, so this is 4 speed and hits on a 6. That's a lot of 6s. Holy shit. Okay. So, I'm going to roll against one of the 6s for the whip. So I need a 7 or above. That's not a 7 or above. Okay, and I'm going to roll Bikini, 7 or above. That is a 7 or above. So that is down to 3 hits now. Wow. All torso. Well, I need to spend strength for this. So I dodge 1 using a strength token from Red Fist. Yikes. Okay, so 2 hits for 5 damage each to the torso. That is going to be a severe injury as well as 2... Or sorry, that's 2 severe injuries as well as a heavy injury. So she is now gaining the priority target token. 2 to the torso. Okay. So, what have we got? First roll. 6 is a disemboweled. Your movement is reduced to 1 until the showdown ends. That's not fun. Okay. Movement is at a 1. Gain a bleed token. I have already gained Frenzy this turn, or this round, so I can't get it again. Skip next hunt. If you suffer disemboweled during a showdown, at least one other survivor. Okay, so she can't be the sole survivor. Yeah, we'll keep the disemboweled. Second one is an 8, a broken rib. -1 permanent speed. Bleeding token. Once again, she is already frenzied this turn. And now, I roll Scramble. And I will be rolling Scramble a second time because of the Forge Priest's Bash. So that's fun. Okay. Knockback 12 would actually put me closer to the other Piton, so we'll be moving next to Sung next turn, or at the end of this. So we've got 2 instances of Scramble at +2 because of the Holy Sword Whip. So first roll is a 5. Second roll is a 7. So I'm going to take... I've gained 1 insanity. I'm taking 4 damage to another hit location. Torso again! Yikes. Okay, so that's the 3rd severe injury. 10. I'm knocked over. I roll... I'm rolling Scramble again. 5 is another 4 damage to the feet. I have armor there. We're okay. That's goofy. Okay, so knockback 12 will actually send her across the board over to the edge, which would put her adjacent to this Piton. Okay, so that was the white Forge Priest. Now I have to deal with the yellow Forge Priest. Devereaux cannot dash because of Sundrunk. Isn't Sundrunk a... I guess I did put all the stuff in here. Alright. Well... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't dash. I could surge. I could surge. He only has 4 health. Is not. I can't kill him outright before he hits me. What can I do here? I think. So my options are I can surge now and get 2 hits in, and he swings at me. 4 speed. 4 speed hits on a 3. 4 damage each is probably not going to kill me, but is likely to give me a severe injury. Wait, no, hold on. Lortel has a priority target token, and that is the quadrat. Is she the quadradept? She can surge dash. Oh, you're right. But I think I don't even need to do that. My survivor in blue over here has the priority target token from rolling 3 severe injuries. And I believe that triggers on minions, so I think she's the target of yellow, actually. So I think he's just... gonna do that and then eat the priority target token. Well, that's fortunate. I'll take that. Okay, so that's the end of all the monsters. It is now player turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am in range with my bow, but not to the Forge Priests. All these minions are actually blocking the path to hit him with Wrath as well. So we're going to start with blue. We're going to start with Lortel. Yeah, only once. So priority target's removed. Lortel over there is going to swing that spear over the Piton and try and swing at the Spiderling across from her. With base strength? Oh boy. I don't think that's going to go very well. Okay. Do you have anything else that can help me out here? Not really. No, not really. Okay then. I'm going to be rolling Poison Partisan against a Spiderling. This has +1 speed. So I am at 2 speed and I hit on a +2 accuracy. So I hit 2 speed, hits on a 4. That is 2 hits. So now I need a 20 to wound. So I am at 11 strength, combining modifiers. So that means I need another 9 to wound. That's a 6. That's a 5. That is not a wound. Okay. I cannot spend survival because she's frenzied, and I don't have tokens to... I don't have strength tokens to spend with Red Fist. So I can still move. Do I want to move? It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to. Oh, no, hold on. She has a movement of 1. Yeah. Yeah, we'll still move, but... she'll move there, because she is disemboweled. Okay. So, she has done her turn. Next, I can have... someone do something. Who's gonna do what, though? I'm going to have Devereaux Actually, I think Devereaux is just gonna sling a bunch of arrows at Pariah. No, I can kill yellow. I think I can kill the yellow Forge Priest. So we're gonna move.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just in range at 9. So I've spent movement. That leaves my action. I have the dense bone arrows at 2 speed. Let's get the character page up. So 2 speed, accuracy 3, which means, yeah, just 2 speed hits and a 3. Is there anything else here I'm missing? No. That is 2 hits. Now, base strength is 6 plus 4 brings me to 10. And I need to roll sharp first. And 16 is toughness, so as long as I don't, or 2 or above wounds, that's 1 wound. Okay, sharp for the second attack is an 8, so I just need a 2. That's a 10. I can't crit against these guys though, because they have no hit locations. So now the Forge Priest is down to 2 health, and I'm going to surge and spend 2 survival to do so. So this is, again, same thing, 2 speed, hits on a 3. Oh, man. Well, that's unfortunate. I got 1 hit. Rolling sharp is an 8. And then I got a 4 on my attack roll, or wounding roll, so that is 1 more wound. And this guy narrowly survives at 1 wound left. I guess I should have just gone for Pariah and then triggered a Devil's Melody then, huh? That's a bummer. Okay. Well, I guess what I could do is go in with Wrath and kill that Forge Priest. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll put her in a bit of a spicy spot, but killing a Forge Priest would be pretty good. So they have, what does she have? Wrath has 1 speed, hits on a 5, and 13 base strength. I think that should be pretty likely to occur, so we're going to do that. So, 1, 2, 3. To be adjacent to the yellow Forge Priest. And we are going to roll to attack. This is 1 speed, hits on a 5. Yikes. Okay, that's a 4. Yeah, so that pulls me towards the Piton. Sorry, I was fiddling with my board. One of the Forge Priests is coming a little loose again. Actually, from this position, there is an opening for me that I can kind of sneak through if I want to dash and surge here. I could get into Pariah's blind spot and maybe hit with Wrath. It wouldn't be too unlikely either. Blind spot would bring him down to only +1 evasion net. So we'll try that. So, I'm spending 4 survival.
1 for dash, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 movement.
To get into his blind spot. And then the other 2 for surge, which I'm going to use to attack. And I need to roll a 6 or higher to hit. That is a 4. So I can use the hidden Crimson Jewel here. And I think I probably want to get that wound in now. So we're going to use the hidden Crimson Jewel for that once per game phase reroll. Just going to flip that over so I know it's been spent. I need a 6. I got a 1. We'll commit. Spending lifetime reroll. So that's a 10. That's a hit. Just my luck. It is a hit location that does not have a crit effect. I can't reroll. Oh, you're right. I have to accept the first reroll. Well, I will move that hit location to the bottom of the deck. Because, don't want to treat that like I got a free scouting. Alright. Well, I guess I got to get my my reroll then. The second one, at least. So that leaves Sung with his turn left.
Also, Yannicka will be flung 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah. So Sung is going to, how much survival? He has 5 survival. He's going to roll to attack because he can't spend movement while adjacent to a spiraling. He has 8 speed. He perfect hits on a 9. But he hits on a 7. Actually, does he have accuracy? No, he has 0 accuracy. Perfect hits on a 7. Or sorry, perfect hits on a 9, hits on a 7. That is a miss, so now perfect hit is at a 10. Okay, we've got a few hits. We only needed 1. 2 hits, but it doesn't matter with the gust knives. So now we have, what are we looking at? 9 plus 7 is 16. I need a 4 to wound the spiderling. There's the 4. Is that on camera? Uh-oh. You can still see the lantern on the side, so you know that I didn't touch it. Okay, so that's a spiraling dead. And as part of the Gust Knives effect, after each wound attempt with this, move 3 unrepeated spaces and gain +3 strength for this attack. Does that still apply if the target is dead? Because it would still apply if I missed the first hit and I still had another hit. But there's no... for this attack. I think the attack's over, so I don't think I get that effect. Okay. Well, I still have my movement. And I can now move because
I'm no longer adjacent to spiraling. 1, 2, 3, 4.
However, do I want to get ganged up by spiderlings? So I want to be somewhere that is 2 spaces away from this one, in range of this one, but cancelable from that one. So that would be equidistant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I think I'm just going to be dash canceling with him on the Forge Priest anyway then. That's fine. Okay. That is the end of the player turn. We are moving on to round 3. So, get a spiderling on the board. And Pariah starts his turn. Ecstatic Hysteria. Okay. Ecstatic Hysteria, survivor with the most tokens in range. That is Sung. At 6 tokens total. Well, I guess 7 if you count Somatic Static. What is this going to do? Move and synchronic attack target. Before damage, share misery. This attack gains damage equal to the number of negative attribute tokens held by the survivor the monsters chose as its target. Fortunately, I do not currently have any negative attribute tokens, so there's no additional effect from that. He needs to be move and synchronic attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left side. Okay. So he moves there. Okay, and I'm looking at 4 speed, hits on a 5. 4 speed, hits on a 5. Oh, that sure is a lot of 5s. Okay. These do 5 damage each. And they will be landing on the head, the waist, the torso, and the hands. Let's see here. Alright, let's get this other screen up. Head's going to be severe. Arms are going to be severe. Torso is not. Waist is going to be severe. It's going to be a lot of scrambles as well. So, I'm going to dodge... Oops. I'm going to dodge the head, because it has a 40% chance of death. And so I take heavy injury, heavy injury. This is 5 damage, so light injury to the body. Okay, so I'm rolling scramble twice. At +2... No, +1 because of strength. Just roll them together. Oh. That's a 2. Do I have you adjacent to anyone? No, you're not. Okay. I am going to need to spend my lifetime reroll. Because that 2 is fatal. I keep the 6. I reroll the 2. Into a 5. That's a lot better. So that's +2 insanity. And now I need to roll for severe injuries. Maybe putting... No, he would have still been in range anyway. Okay. I need 1 to the arms and 1 to the waist. So this is to the arms. Is a 5. Ruptured muscle. Arm hangs limp. You can no longer activate fighting arts. Oh shit. Injury is permanent, can only be recorded once, gain 1 bleeding token. So I have been locked out of Devil's Melody. +2 for Lortel. And then now I need to do a severe... Oh, priority target token. I need to do a severe for the waist. It's an 8, which is slashback. Can't surge until the showdown ends. 1 bleeding token. Lovely. That's actually not too bad because I can still shred, but reroll that? No, the reroll went to I rolled a 2 on Scramble to survive, which would have killed him. So I don't know that it's that much better, but at least he can still wound things. Okay. That was... That was his first attack, right? Yeah, sudden inversion was last turn. Oh man. Sung may end up dying this turn anyway. Second attack, long reach yank. Closest survival facing in range, doesn't matter. Priority target is on Sung. Move into range and attack, he's already in range. This is going to be 4 speed, hits on a 5. Okay, that's 2 hits. I dodged a head last attack, so I can't dodge again. So that's 2 hits of 5 damage each. 1 to the waist and 1 to the hands, which is going to be severe injuries for both, as well as me suffering grab as an after damage effect. Oh man, that's buns. Okay, so we roll for the trauma table, which means that I will keep the priority target token on him. So 1 on the waist is a 4. That is 1 bleed token. No longer equip any gear on your waist. I lose the set bonus, but that's okay. And then to the arms. Is a 9. You cannot activate two-handed or paired weapons or use block until the showdown ends. Can't. Cannot activate it. Cannot activate paired weapons. Can I activate them individually, like just one of them? Is that a thing? Suffers grab. So survival is zeroed out. And I do scramble to what? 4. Say 5, so that's gonna be 4 damage to a random hit location. To the torso. That is another scramble and a severe injury. I don't think this guy's making it. Severe injury. Whoops. There's a 10. Knocked over. Okay, so now I have 2 scrambles. A 10 and a 2. Okay, that's death. Alright. My first survivor dies on round 3. Pry is, however, done his turn. Oh. I forgot to apply Transcended Masochist. That's okay. I didn't really have an opportunity to use that extra survival anyways. So, that brings me to all of the minions.
What do we got going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is gonna mine that one. Okay. White is 1, 2. Yeah, it's not gonna be able to target anyone, so he's gonna just 1, 2, 3, and pop the starting piton. Yellow is going to. Oh man. What do I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I want to dash cancel with Yannicka. I cannot dash cancel with Yannicka. Or... No, I can. I can use the 1 survival I have with the 1 strength from the red fist. So that is a combined 2 to let me dash away.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, that's all the Forge Priests, at least Spiderlings. This one is going to attack Lortel. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is all the Spiderlings. One of them will be attacking. So these guys have 3 speed, and they hit on a 8 against Lortel. That is 1 hit. So I'm going to roll against the 8 for whip, so I need a 9. Damn, that is a 9, but it's off table. It's a 1. God damn it. Alright, Bikini. 6. Doesn't work. Okay. I can't dodge, so I just take the 2 damage to the waist. Okay. Now it's player turn. We'll start with Lortel. She's just gonna swing back at that spider that hit her. So we have 3 plus 3 speed, which brings me to a total of 4. Accuracy is hitting on a 4. I've got 3 hits. And with 3 hits, let's see, we have 4 strength plus the 9 off the partisan. That brings me to 13, so I need a 7 to wound. First one, 7. Okay, keeps it simple. Alright, so that is another Spiderling down, and I have charged up the spear. She is going to move with her disemboweled self a very staggering distance of 1 spot and end her turn. Next is... who do I want to use next? Devereaux, I guess? What can Yannicka do from this position? I don't know if she can do anything from this position. Does she have... she has 0 survival. Okay, she's gonna move
adjacent to the Yellow Forge Priest, and maybe she can deal the last wound instead of me having to
apply 2 hits and spend an attack on it. So, 1 speed, no accuracy, so this hits on a 5. No. Okay, thanks. She can't dash or surge. She doesn't have any survival left. So it is Devereaux's turn. She is... Need to get rid of that strength token. Can't dash, dodge, or run away. I can't encourage. I can't. Well, I can use it in place of I can use it to surge with another one. Right. Okay. So 2 speed. What are these stats? 2 speed. Using the dense bone arrows. So hits on a 3. Wow. Okay, so that was the quadrudept, that was the action. Quadrudept, I'm going to use the movement. That's 2 hits. Dense bone arrow is, so I've got base 10. I roll sharp. 9. So I'm going to wound as long as I don't roll a 2. Or don't roll a 1. Wow. Okay. Well, I had a second hit. So sharp brings me to 16. So I just need a 2. That's 10. Okay. Yellow Forge Priest is dead. And I gain 3 survival. Now, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces away from the White Forge Priest, which is a valid distance. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 strength token and 1 survival to surge. And we're going to attack again at the White Forge Priest. So this is 2 speed, hits on a 3. Just realized I might have had a Phoenix Placard opportunity that I didn't apply. That's okay. Okay. 2 speed, hits on a 3. Wow! This is ridiculous. Okay, 2 more survival to now dash. A 9 and a 2. What the hell are these rolls? Okay, so sharp is a 1. So that brings me to a total of 10. 6 plus 3 plus 1 is 10. So I need a 6 to wound. 7. Okay. I did in 4 attacks that have a 70% chance of hitting 1 wound. Fun. Okay, so that is the end of the player turn. Back to Pariah. Cognitive Perdition. Pariah Psychological Ambush yields no results. Its cost and disappointment. Perform basic action. Well, it's nice to not have this out. Or it's nice to have this out rather than in the deck. Basic action. Female survivor facing in range. I don't recall if Lortel still has a priority target token, but this would target her regardless of if she did or not. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
So move and attack, 4 speed. Uh-oh. Okay, so 4 speed. Where are we? I have +4 evasion. He has -1 accuracy. So that brings it to hitting on an 8. Man, I'm rolling really well on these monsters. It's ridiculous. So 2 hits. These are doing 6 damage each. Head and head. Do I have any strength tokens to dodge with? I do. I can dodge one. So at 6 damage each, I only have to suffer 1 hit severe injury. And I also suffer bash. So, and the final bit of this is actually having me suffer a second bash. So I'm rolling severe injury on head. That gives me priority target. And I also... Oh, hang on a second. Shit, what were the numbers? It was a 9 and a 10 that hit. I don't remember the ones that missed. Okay, well I'll roll a whip against the 9. If I get a 10 here, it cancels it. No. Bikini? Bikini hits. Okay, so I'm down to 1 hit and I can dodge the second, so I managed to ignore that. Or, I can't dodge. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so 1 severe injury. 10 to the head. Destroyed tooth. If you have 3 plus courage, you boldly spit the tooth out and gain +2 insanity. Cool. Okay, and now I have to do sprawl or scramble twice. At +2 because of the whip. 5 and a 9 means another insanity and a survival. And she is standing. So I think that is done there. That was his first attack. Second attack is Plasmic Transfusion. Survivor with the least attribute tokens does not matter because Lortel has priority target from rolling severe injury. This is going to be 2 speed, hits on a 8, and applies bleed. Or not 2 speed, 4 speed. 4 speed hits on an 8. Okay, so this one is armor. I should roll against that 8. Or, all survivors within 3 spaces of the target suffer star damage to a random hit location. I don't think the bleed for Frenzy is worth another severe injury roll. So, I'm going to roll against this 8. We're going to start with Bikini first. So I need a 7 or higher. 6, nope, okay. So, whip, I need a 9 or a 10. No, alright. So I gain 1 armor to all hit locations, and then at one of them, I'm going to be suffering 5 damage. Hopefully to the waist. No, it's to the torso. Torso is going to be another severe injury. That is a 6 to the torso, which is torn Achilles, or that's legs, sorry. Body. Disemboweled. You're already disemboweled, so the worst part of this isn't even gonna do anything. I gain a bleeding token, which applies frenzy. Yeah, so that's it. I gain frenzy tokens. Okay, so Pariah is now done. Oh, wait a minute. I get 2 bleed tokens because the after damage of Plasmic Transfusion does a bleed. And I gain a Somatic Static. Okay. So now we're out minions. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purple's closing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, that's probably the closest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a bunch of spiderlings. I don't think I added an extra one at the start of this turn, so we're gonna add one.
1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, they're just gonna get as close to Pariah as they can. Since none of them can get in range of Lortel. Okay, and that leaves the White Forge Priest, who 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is able to get in range of Yenica.
Does she have the survival to dash? I believe the answer is no. The answer is no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this guy is going to hit me with a lot of hurt. We're looking at 4 speed. I do not have evasion on Yenica. So this hits on a 2. Ridiculous. Oh. So close to being a 1. Alright, so that's 4 hits. Torso, torso, hand, hand. That is 10 to each, so... Well, 5 to the hands, and then another 5 to the body, and then another 5, so 1 severe injury for each. That's going to be giving priority target. Yeah, and then we also will scramble twice. Or 3 times, because Forge Priest applies Bash. So 3 scrambles. She has the Free Climber, so that's +2. Oh, that's a 1. So, I'm going to have to reroll that, otherwise I die. That's a 9. Okay, so now we're back at, well, 8, 7, 9. That's 3 survival. And now I'm going to roll severe injuries. They are to the body and to the hand. 10. I'm knocked down. Damn it. Okay. So that's body, and then the hands are 7 plus 2 for tough and tough. Dislocated shoulder. Cannot activate two-handed or paired weapons or use block until the showdown ends. Yeah, that's okay. 1 bleed. And now I need to roll on scramble a 4th time. 3 means I need to roll 4 damage at a location. To the hands! Okay, so we are cycling. Another severe injury to the arms is a 10. I'm knocked down again. Damn it. So roll scramble again and get a 10. Okay. So we end the loop with another survival. Cool. That is all of the minion actions. What we are going to start with is I'm going to hit Pariah with Lortel. She has a charged up partisan, and we are going to hopefully apply a lot of evasion debuffs or accuracy debuffs. So she is at, what color is she? Blue. +5 speed. Very nice. So that's going to be 6 attacks total. Yeah, what a spicy situation. Okay. I have her with 1 accuracy, 2 accuracy, 6, 4. Oh, so she negates it. So we're at 6 accuracy. Okay. So 6 hits, hitting on a 6. And each hit would apply 1 stack of accuracy down. That's not too bad. That's 3 hits. So, 3 more accuracy tokens. Bringing him to a total of 4, minus 4 accuracy. So 3 hit locations, there are no first strikes. All of them have critical wounds, which is unfortunate because I can't crit with this character against his +1 luck token. But I am at 5 strength with the tokens, plus her 9 from the spear, brings me to 14. So I need a 6 to wound. Perform basic attack targeting the further survivor. What is the instinct? Oh, that sucks. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the Malingering Forearm, because that is a failure reaction. And I'm at 14, so I need a 6 to wound. Or, is that really what I want to do? Fleet brain trauma? Flee. Knock down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest. So I would move 1 space. But the knockdown is the annoying part of that. Let's start with the Wicked Protruding Ribs. Because I think that might be the least annoying thing here. Glimpse could be pretty annoying. Top 4 cards. Yeah, we'll start with Protruding Ribs. So I need a 6 to wound. That is a 9. We do 1 wound, which is going to trigger Reciprocal Rage. Suffer the Frenzy Brain Trauma. Do not gain... man. No positive attribute tokens. Well, there's no negative to this at least, so that's okay. Now I roll a 1d10. If the result is less than my understanding, which is 3, I suffer Flee. Wow. Okay then. Flee means I am knocked down, so that's going to cancel the rest of my attack. And I need to roll Scramble at +2 with the Holy Sword Whip. Oh, and I'm going to roll Insanity first. So that's +1 Insanity. And then I roll Scramble. That is off the table. 9. That is +1 Survival on the character that can't use Survival. Okay, so the hit is done. Poison Partisan no longer is charged up. Is there anything I want you to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I can cheese the Forge Priest at this distance. Oh well. That is Lortel's turn. We're going to move on to the other 2 on the other edge of the board. We'll start with Devereaux. He's just going to fling off a bunch of arrows at the Forge Priest. So we're starting with the regular attacks. Dense Bone Arrows, hits on a 3, 2 speed. That is 2 hits. So we are at 9 base strength plus sharp. Sharp brings me to 13, so I need a 3 to wound. 8 is 1 wound. So purple is, or no, that's white. purple or white is down to 4. Second hit, sharp, is a 9, so I just need a 2. That is another wound. Okay, Quadradept, I'm going to use my movement to attack. So 2 hits on a, or two swings on a 3. That's 1 hit. We roll sharp. 7. I just need a 2. That's another 7. That is another wound. I'm going to spend 2 survival to surge. I guess I could show his grid. Okay. 4 and a 3, both are hits. We're rolling sharp next. 3. That brings me to a 12, right? Yeah. That brings me to a 12, so I need a 4 to wound. There we go. And then final hit. I'm rolling sharp. Is a 5, so I need a 2 to wound. That's an 8. Alright. That is the White Forge Priest taken out, and I gain 3 survival for that. I still have dash. It would probably be favorable for me to eat a hit over. No, I can't, because priority target is on Yannicka from that Forge Priest that went last. Okay. How close are you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So he would be out of range of standard attacks, actually, for the first turn. But the second turn would... Oh. The second turn would get me. So... I am going to spend 2 survival. And no, we won't. We'll keep that survival for now. Alright, Devereaux's done his turn. That leaves Yannicka. I don't need her to really do anything just yet, so we're going to have her just move back 1 space just to be safe. I don't think he has another place, but if in case he does, she's far away enough from Devereaux that it won't be an issue. So yeah, that's the end of the player's turn, so we're going to have Pariah take his turn. Whirlwind Pursuit. This is targeting the furthest isolated threat in range. It is actually targeting our priority target on Yannicka. So he is actually going to be crossing the board at a distance that he can't reach.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 brings him right up against this Piton, but not in range of Lortel herself. Or, not Lortel, sorry, Yannicka. Move and attack. Oh. Shit, this is the one that repeats. Yeah, this is the one that repeats. Okay. Well, he does it again. He's gonna be... Oh, no. This target's furthest isolated threat in range. That actually goes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. He goes all the way back here, actually.
If that is the case... Do I want to try triggering Wrath now? Things are weird. I've got 4 -1 accuracy tokens. I've got 1 -1 evasion token on Pariah. So he's going to be missing a fair bit. I've got 3 survivors live, but Devil's Melody survivor is not one of them. So, I think things are still winnable, but it's shaky. Especially because, what am I looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. If Wrath crits, I'm going to be doing 9 wounds in a single, or no, 10. It's additional. And what is Pariah's deck stack size? 10, 8. And I've got like 4 wounds. Yeah, a Wrath crit at this point would be pretty devastating for him. So it's wishy-washy. I think I've got a possibility of winning, but at the same time, I don't have Devil's Melody, so
I think we will hold off on triggering.
Do I want to? Yeah. Okay.
We'll let him keep the accuracy down for now.
So target's furthest isolated threat, and hopefully we can do some goofy shit here. Okay, against Lortel. So go big or go home. We're doing the go big in the other direction. So -4 accuracy, +4 evasion means that he can only hit on a 10, and this Whirlwind Pursuit repeats until he deals damage. So hopefully I can stack up some armor. That's already a 10, god damn it. Well, this is armor. I'm going to roll against the 4 for a whip. 7. Okay, so that's 2 armor. And then Bikini against the 10. Oh, I do ignore it. Cool. So 2 armor. Alright. He doesn't like that, and he will swing again. Why is he rolling so many 10s? 2 is armor. I'm going to roll against the 8 with whip. So I need a 9 or a 10. That does not work. Okay. Bikini. Bikini's a 7. That succeeds, so I'm down to 1 hit, and I could dodge with a strength token. So this misses, and I gain 1 armor. He goes again. That is no successes. I'm going to roll against the 3 for the whip. So I need a 4 or higher. That's 1 armor. He goes again. There is a 10 there. I'm going to roll against the 5 with whip. I have a 1. Okay, so that succeeds. That's 2 armor. Bikini against the 10. Oh, Bikini triggers. So I survive another flurry with no hits. No hits, but I have a 1. I'm going to roll against the 5 with whip. That fails. So just 1 armor this round. Okay. That's a 10. Okay, so there's no 1s or 2s. I'm going to roll against the 4 for whip. That succeeds, so I get 1 armor. And I'm going to roll Bikini against a 10. Oh. Okay. That's the end of the run. I've already dodged, so... I gain 1 armor. I mean, that's not bad. Hands. Right, math. 6. It's going to deal 6 damage to the hands. Not bad at all. That was his first attack. Second one. Sadistic Break. Threat with highest courage and range. Well, there's only one person in range, so... Oh. This is the one where I roll a 1d10 and add my understanding, and if it exceeds 6, I suffer flee. I will be suffering flee. That means I am knocked down 1d5 insanity. 1 insanity. And I'm going to take... Or no, sorry. Scramble survive with +2 from whip is a 6. That's another insanity. Okay, Pariah is now done. Now I just have all of his minions. Do I have something that lets me reshuffle hit location deck? Select an AI from the discard pile and place it on top of its basic action. The next time a monster performs basic action, it performs the selected card at -1 speed instead. I might Beast Hunter home that Whirlwind Strike against, just to see if I can stack up more armor and do some silly stuff. Anyways, minions. Start with the easy ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't. Or actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I've managed to move all of the Spiderlings to block off the Forge Priests. So I'm going to get... Lortel is going to get swung at by 2 sets of Spiderlings. That is 3 speed, hits on an 8. Okay, so that's 1 armor. I'm going to roll against the 6 for whip. 8 means it succeeds, that's another armor, and then I'm going to roll Bikini against the 10. 7 succeeds. So I get 2 armor and take no damage. Second Spiderling, 3 hits, hits on an 8. That is 2 hits. So I'm going to roll whip against the 8. And that succeeds. So that's 1 armor. And then I roll Bikini against the 10. That also succeeds. Wow. So I gain 1 armor and take no hits from that one. And that ends the minion turn. It's getting a little silly here in this corner. I wonder if having an evasion tank just stack up all the minions in a zone was part of the strats for theory crafting this. What do I even do movement wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll bring you in range of the Spiderling, so not there. And then...
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That is just in range of Pariah, so we're just going to be plinking away, actually. So I spent movement, I still have action. So Pariah has +2 net evasion. So that means that cancels my +2 accuracy. So these dense bone arrows will hit on 5s. That's 2 hits. Maybe I should be working on these Forge Priests instead. Yeah. 2 hits on Pariah is... very problematic. I have 2 inverted reactions. First one's a failure. If I fail, he's going to destroy a Piton. Second one is a reflex, and he's going to just destroy a Piton. So, fantastic. Well, I guess we'll start with the failure. I've got 6 off the arrow, +3 strength is a 9, and I get sharp. So this is the sharp roll. Is a 5. That brings me to 14, so I need a 6 to wound. That's a 1. So that is going to destroy the Piton that is adjacent to him. She's going to suffer knockdown for being adjacent to that. Mortel is, rather. So rolling scramble at +2 for whip. 5 means it's a 7, so it's +1 insanity, and she is going to be swinging all the way back to the rest of the party. All the way over here. Okay. So, I still have the second attack. So the nice thing about the second attack is that he's going to be coming all the way over adjacent to me and knocking out this Piton, so that means he's in range of Wrath. The not so nice thing is he's knocking out another Piton next to me. So, hopefully I'll get a wound out of this at least. So, sharp roll first is a 4. That brings me to 13, so I need a 7. Man! Okay. Full move the monster. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Are you in range? I'm pretty sure you are. It's 9 away, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, bummer. Okay, so what does that mean for me? That means monster is going to stand on top of me. That's knockback 5. That's not relevant because the bash is the more important bit.
Here's what I'm going to do. He collided with me and stopped on top of me, so there's knockback there. I am going to... Oh man, do these all apply at the same time? I probably have choice in when they apply them. So I'm gonna... While I'm knocked back and knocked down, I'm going to destroy the Piton and apply the rest of the reflex. With which Lortel now scrambles at +2. 7 means it's +1 survival. She's actually already at cap. And then Devereaux's now gonna scramble. She's gonna
Get dragged over to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the next closest Piton. Devereaux's gonna now scramble with +2 for the Hunter Whip. And roll a 10, so that's +1 survival. And he is going to
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's probably the closest, yeah. Go over there.
Okay. So he's done his turn. He's used movement and action, but he has not surged or dashed, so I still have that in the back pocket. But... And Lortel hasn't gone yet, and Yannicka hasn't gone yet. So we've got some action still. Well, actually, Lortel has 4 bleeds, so I'm just gonna use the bandages and remove 2 of those, and then move 1 space because disemboweled. But here's the big swing. Yannicka is gonna go into the blind spot with Wrath. And so we're gonna try and clobber him. Did Wrath work? It hasn't. Not yet. Let me scroll down. How's this attempt going? This attempt is better than the last few, yeah. It's still swingy. I have 10 tokens on him right now, so if I can hit with Wrath, it's going to be pretty devastating, but it's a matter of hitting with Wrath, you know? So, in blind spot, what am I working with here? Yannicka has no bonus accuracy. He has 2 net evasion, but in blind spot, that brings me to a 6. So 1 speed hits on a 6. That's a 5. Do I have the... I do have the survival to surge. I need to spend 1 stay in place. I'm going to spend 2 more to surge. So I hit on a 6. That's a 1! Okay. I'm not going to stay in place. She's going to swing to the nearest Piton. Well, let me display the board. It's probably this one, I want to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not. Okay. Over there. Okay. Well, what's left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You are not in range of anything else. So I'm gonna just burn 4 survival on Devereaux and just like start slinging out some more arrows. So 2 for surge, 2 speed, hits on a 5. Hits on a 5. No hits. Wow. 2 survival to dash with Quadradept. Wow. Okay, thanks. Okay, it's back to Pariah's turn. So we're gonna spawn another Spiderling on the ceiling.
We'll put it on the far side.
Oh. I haven't seen the other legendary. I know it's Fellow Traveler, but I don't know where it is. Lashing Curses. All non-death survivors are intimidated. The monster unleashes a tirade of gruesome promises and vile obscenities. Each target rolls 1d10, adds a number of their negative attribute tokens to their result. Actually, no one has negative attribute. That is permanent speed, not attribute speed. So, I think no one has modifiers. On a 10 plus, the stew of rage and fear superheats the body, releasing acrid sweat from every pore. They suffer damage equal to their insanity to each hit location. Then set their insanity 0. Gross. Okay, so 1d10. So we're gonna start left to right. We're gonna start with Devereaux. Ah, that's a 10. Okay. They suffer damage equal to their insanity to each hit location. I think I'm going to spend my reroll here. I would have to... that would cause me to do a severe injury roll for every single hit location. I don't want to do that. A 1. That's much better. So it's Devereaux done. Lortel next. There's a 2. Fantastic. And then Yannicka last. 5. Awesome. Okay. Lashing Curses is now done. We take the second card, which is hopefully not Fellow Traveler. Brutal Kick. Closest threat facing in range. Who would that be? That is our evasion tank. Fantastic. Full move the target towards full move the monster towards the target. If adjacent, the pry topples them. Target suffers bash and places a token on somatic static. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's annoying. Rolling scramble with +2 for her whip. 4. Uh-oh. Lortel is going to take 4 damage to a random hit location. So, waste. That's okay. And then that will put her back at the back at the piton, upright, and then Priya moves to actually do the attack. Move and attack target, 4 speed. I'm pretty sure this only hits on a 10. There's an after effect. If target is knocked down, this attack gains Headhunter. That only really applies for level 1 and 2 Pariah, because level 3 has me standing up on Scramble. So, 4 speed. He has -4 accuracy. That brings me to a 7, and I've got +4 evasion, so that brings me to a 10. So, yeah. And he somehow rolls 2 10s. This fight is ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to roll against the 4 with my whip. So I need a 5 or higher. That is a 10. So I gain 1 armor. And now I'm going to use Bikini to try and negate one of these 2 hits. No, it does not work. Do I have... I have strength tokens to dodge. Or let me see where they go. Foot and waist. Oh. I can take those. This is 5 damage per location. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Yeah, Lobster Claws. I don't know if you're here, but we had a funny situation where Lortel was kind of cornered with a sort of infinite whirl of what is the card called? Whirlwind Pursuit, and Pride just could not get a hit, and I stacked up almost like a 15 armor total, or 15 armor across all hit locations each. So it's pretty goofy. Hopefully I can do that again. But that is the end of Pride's turn. I really need to wound him twice this turn because I've got Fellow Traveler in that. There's 2 cards left in the AI deck, and I know Fellow Traveler is one of them. We've seen Cognizant of Perdition at least. But Spiderlings. 4. Okay. So I believe we have like 2 turns of minions just not being in the fight, which is fantastic. So we're gonna start with Devereaux. I think. Yeah, let's start with Devereaux. Hmm. Sorry, my hesitation is I am now about halfway through the hit location deck, and I am pondering if it is a good time to use Crest Crown. Probably, right? Because if not, when else? Uh, or maybe I just attack with Yannicka first. Or Lortel. We're going to attack with a Spear user. The Spear is not currently charged. I couldn't get it charged up before she got swung over here away from all the Spiderlings. But that doesn't mean it can't do damage. And with all those hits, maybe I can trigger a trap. She does have proficiency. So we're at, currently, a bonus 5 speed. That brings us to 6 speed total. Against 6 is her accuracy. 6, 5, 4, plus 2. So it's just 6. Okay. 6 rolls, hits on a 6. That's a miss, that's a miss, that's a miss, and I've got 3 hits. There is no trap. I have the Invincible Great Toe, the Malingering Thigh, and the Wicked Adorned Neck. One of these is a inverted reaction, so that means... Oh, it's on failure, so... Oh, shit. Not all the inverted reactions are destroying pitons. I hope I hope the other ones were destroying pitons. Otherwise, I just made things harder for myself. That's what you get for not reading, huh? We're gonna start with the Impervious Super Dense that has no reaction. I guess there's no point in rolling on it, is there? Yeah. No. Wicked Adorned Neck is... Yeah, we're gonna do Wicked Adorned Neck because the failure for this just has Lortel being repulsed and Pariah moving away 4 spaces, which would 1, cancel the attack, and 2, bring him closer to our Wrath user. So, let's see, what's our strength? We're at 4 strength, plus 9 is 13. We need a 7 to wound. That is not a 7. So, we fail here. I gain a somatic static, and Pariah moves 4 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. It's going to make reaching the blind spot a little difficult. Would she have been able to reach it better if she was first? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she would have. Oh well, that's a mistake. Okay, so that is her attack over. She's already adjacent to the piton, so she doesn't get swung back anywhere. I'm going to use my... We're going to go to Devereaux next. We're going to use the action to trigger Crest Crown. I'm going to shuffle the deck. No, the hit location deck. Because I mean, hitting the trap on Devereaux honestly isn't too bad, just because he's immune to somatic empathy anyway. But... it's too late. Our action's already taken. What are we at? 2.5 hours? Dang, this has been going longer than my usual runs. I guess that's because my usual runs end up with me dying pretty quickly, so it's a good thing, I suppose. Okay. Hit location deck is shuffled. Do I want to trigger Fainting Shot? Is there a need to trigger Fainting Shot? Not really. Maybe, actually. Because I really want to get rid of those 2 wounds. Okay, so I'm going to Surge. That has me moving 3 spaces away. 1, 2, 3. That gives me 3 range and 3 accuracy, and I can trigger a bow or arrow in my gear grid. So I'm going to trigger the dense bone bows, or dense bone arrows, with +3 accuracy, which means I hit on a 2. All right. 2 speed hitting on a 2 is incredulously only 1 hit. Wicked Protruding Ribs. There is a reflex. So, base strength is putting me at 9, and I get sharp. So we do the sharp roll first. Is another 9. So I just need a 2 to wound. 7. That is a wound. Quadradept means I can ignore somatic empathy, and there is Fellow Traveler. The scary legendary card has been removed. Now I just gotta worry about the other scary legendary card. Okay. Reflex. If the attacker is adjacent, their blood is... Oh, I'm not. So I'm fine. Okay. Now, I think I will spend 2 more survival to dash, and with that, I'm actually going to Quadradept, use it to trigger the Beast Hunter Helm. I'm going to take out the Whirlwind Pursuit and put that on top of the basic action. So that's all what Devro can do this turn. That leaves our Wrath user. So here's the big hit. Maybe. Oh, wait. Red. Okay, so I have 1 survival, which means I cannot... I can't surge or dash.
Oh, he didn't spend anything, so I'm going to move him here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She cannot get in the blind spot. We're just going to do it from right there.
So, from not in blind spot means +2 evasion is in effect with no accuracy, so I will be hitting with my 1 speed sword on a 7. That's a 5. Okay. I don't know what good this Wrath is if I can't hit with it. That's the end of my turn. Yannick gets pulled back 1 space because I don't want to spend the survival on keeping it from swinging back. So next turn. Whipping Sway. Random survivor in range. Well then. We're going to roll off. So. Blue is 1, 2, 3. Red is 4, 5, 6. Green is 7, 8, 9. 4. So Lortel is getting targeted. And this has a flow. So I can I will move him to be whoosh. And this is a synchronic attack that kind of hits like the wings beside him. So this is gonna be 4 speed. She doesn't have any evasion, so you need arrows for -1 evasion on Pariah. I've got one. I've actually used it already. I can't. I know there's another quiver that lets me double up, but it's a little tough to squeeze it in with the rest of the grid as it is. Where was I going? 4. -4 accuracy, so he hits on a 7. That's a lot of numbers above 7. Okay, so 3's a miss. And then the rest of this is going to be garbage. 5 damage to 3 hit locations. I do have the ability to dodge with that 1 survival. 2 to the torso, 1 to the head. Well, the head still has armor, so I'm definitely going to take that. I'm going to dodge the 1 torso. That does leave me with a severe injury on the torso still, though. So it's 5 damage to the head. And then I'm taking severe on the torso. How much bleed do I have on this survivor? Just 1? Okay, that's good. A 2 would be fatal, except I have... Oh, I'm sorry, I have Hollow's Light, so I should be ignoring the first severe injury I suffer each round. I'm pretty sure I've been rolling severe injuries on her, too. Oops. Okay, so I disregard that roll because I have Hollow's Light. So, since I ignore the severe injury, I believe priority target does not take effect. So... that is the end of... Oh no, there's an after damage. I suffer bash, bleed 1, and somatic static. Bash means I'm going to be rolling on scramble. Additional bleed. Brings her to 2 bleed. Oh, she's been sitting on that bleed for a while. She's down to 1. I've been really bad about keeping track of the blood skin, but not that it matters too much because she hasn't been getting bleed tokens all that often. That does give our... Berserker Frenzy, though. So I roll Scramble. At +2 is a 7, so that's 1 Insanity. And I just wanted to give a small update. The only one with a lifetime reroll still left is our Spear user over here. Everyone else has already expended their lifetime rerolls. So, that was the first attack. Let me shuffle the AI deck back together. But yeah, this fight's kind of just like dangling on like a needle thread because or needle thread. What, I don't know how the saying goes. This it's a very swinging fight right now because if I can proc Wicked, I think I just win. But I need to proc Wrath, so it's, you know. Lashing Curses, uh-oh. No one has negative tokens. So we're going to start left to right. Devro first. 5, we're okay. Lortel next. 8, we're still okay. That was close, though. Yannicka last. 5. We are safe. That is the end of Pariah's turn. And now we have all of his minions coming and doing nonsense. I think I need to spawn a Spiderling for the start of this turn. I don't have any more spare ones. Let me grab a magnet real quick. We're gonna spawn it on the far side. Okay, so I can kind of choose pathing. So
I'm gonna go towards Pariah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay. It is now player turn. And I shall start the player turn with our spear user. She's going to... What is she going to do? She's going to attack a spiderling. Okay, attacking a spiderling. She has a total of 8 speed. Where is she? Ortel. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 speed. Hits on a 4 because of Scrap Lantern base accuracy. So we're looking at... Actually, all 8 hit. 2, 4, 6, yeah, all 8 of them hit. So, surely that's enough chances to kill the spiderling in front of me, right? I have 6 strength, plus 9 from the partisan brings me to 15, so I need a 5 to wound. And I've got 8 tries. 6. Got on the first try.
Spiderling in front of me is felled.
And I have charged up the partisan. And what I can do here now is... I'm going to wait, but what I can do is, because I am adjacent to the piton, I can surge with the strength tokens and do the active portion of the piton where I swing from the current anchor to another. Adjacent to another piton within 5 spaces. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, the piton's too far away. I can't do that. Okay, that was a cool idea. Okay, so then, next I am going to have our Wrath user try again. So this time I can access the blind spot.
1, 2, 3.
And hopefully this time Yenica is going to actually hit. So, this is 1 speed. It hits on a 6. It is a 5. She will swing back to the piton where she was just at. Because I don't have survival to spend on her. Devro's turn. Devro is going to... What is he going to do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So, Teal Forge Priest is in range. Interesting question here. If I have 3 pitons left, I think it's probably a good idea with Pariah missing quite a bit now with 4 accuracy down tokens that I deal with the two boyos that can actually destroy the thing that's keeping me alive. So okay, so I'm going to spend my action to attack. This is 2 speed, hits on a 3. That has 2 hits. Why didn't I get those 10s on Wrath? I got Sharp, so that is going to be base 9 with Sharp is 13. I need a 3 to wound. That is 1 wound on Teal, bringing him down to 5. Second attack, Sharp, is a 10, so I just need it 2. That is another wound, bringing him down to 4. Who is pinging me? Oh. Okay, so that's my first attack, and I dealt 2 damage. Second attack using my movement on Quadradept. 2 hits, hitting on a 3. Both hits. And then Sharp. 9 plus 6 brings me to wounding on a 2. Which I do. 3. So Sharp on the second hit is a 9. So I just need a 2. That's another 9. Teal is down to 2 health. I am going to spend 2 survival to surge. That's actually only 1 hit. Okay, so Sharp is a 5. I need a 2 to wound. That is a wound. Final point of health. I'm going to spend 2 more to dash and use that movement for Quadradept to attack with the dense bone arrows. And both are hits. Sharp is a 4, brings me to 13. I need a 3 to wound. That's a 1. Okay, that didn't succeed. Second attack, Sharp, is a 2. Uh-oh. I need a 5 to wound. 8. Okay. That was a little spooky. But I have taken down the 3rd Forge Priest. And I will gain 3 survival as a result of that. Let me just take a look at the hammer real quick to see if it's worth picking up. Rare gear. Where is it? Forge Priest hammers. 1 speed, 6 accuracy, 9 strength, cumbersome, devastating. Well, I ignore cumbersome. Devastating is cool. When I wound with this, the monster suffers knockback 3 and gains a flinch token. Nah. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't think it is. Okay, so Devereaux has expended all of the attacks that he can possibly do this turn. Wrath has already gone and missed. Lortel has attacked and killed a Spiderling and charged with the spear. So I think that's all my actions. We're back to Pariah. Oh boy. Long Reach Yank. Closest survivor facing in range. Oh. Facing is not... I am pretty sure facing does not include immediately adjacent to on the sides. So I'm pretty sure that's Devereaux. Okay. Move into range and attack. Target suffers grab, loses star survival. Oh, that's not going to be great. Any chance someone can save me here? Does facing include to the left and right of the monster? I don't believe it does. It probably starts the... I recall it starts the space in front of the monster, and it's just a big field in front of it. 4 speed. It doesn't. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's unfortunate. Okay, so 4 speed hits on a 7 because he has 4 negative accuracy. Oh, I've got some evasion. So it hits on an 8. And he only hits once, which I am going to dodge because I don't want to lose 4 survival. So I spend 1 survival to dodge. I don't suffer grab. Very nice. Pariah's second attack is the Whipping Sway. Random survivor in range. I'm going to roll off. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6. It's going to hit Yannicka again. So he actually doesn't move. This is 4 speed. Yeah, 4 speed hits on a 7. Wow, that is a lot of 8s and 9s. Okay. For speed. Field of view. Okay, that's what it was. Where am I going with this? Movement attack, synchrotic attack. It's 5 damage per location. I have no survival to dodge. 2 feet, 2 torso. I can ignore the first severe injury. And I can't dodge. So, we'll do this. Start the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be a severe injury. And then 2 severe injuries on the torso. So we'll ignore one of the torsos, and we'll take a torso and a foot, and I've got a heavy injury on the foot, so I'm rolling... Scramble. And I'm rolling Scramble a second time for Whipping Sway, doing Bash on its after effect. And I gain a bleed. Brings me back to 2 bleed, and that means we get some more Frenzy. Okay, so now we do some spooky rolls. So I've got 1 torso severe injury is a 9 plus 2 knocked over. So I'm up to 3 scrambles. Arms, or no, sorry, it's feet. Is an 8. It brings me to a 10. That's a 4th scramble. Yo, what the heck? Okay. Scramble to survive. I have Free Climber, which gives me +2 to each roll. So yeah. Okay, well I don't die, so that's cool. 8 is a survival. 6 would be a insanity. And then the 2 3s are going to be 4 damage each. So, let's see where that goes. Torso and foot again. We're rolling severe injuries again. Let me put that prior token down before I forget. Legs is 4. That goes up to 6 with tough and tough. Your leg cannot bear your weight until the end of showdown whenever you suffer a light, heavy, or severe injury. How many other... you're also knocked down. Gain 1 bleed token. So I'm up to 3 bleed tokens. Well, at least that doesn't contribute to the scramble loop. And then I've got a torso. 5. Destroyed back. Suffer -2 permanent movement. You can no longer activate any gear that has 2+ strength. Oh no. I don't have my reroll. So, Wrath is gone. Okay. Well, that's the end of Pariah's attacks. I gained another somatic static for that. Ugh. Okay, now we do minions. That's GG. I don't think it's explicitly GG, but it's gonna be rough now. I need another. Did I kill a? I did. That's another spiderling. Let me see. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. Let's go to Pariah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 4. Okay, so I'm looking at 2 spiderlings on Yenica and 2 on Lortel. So 3 speed each. Okay. Starting on Lortel. That's a 10. So I'm going to roll whip against the 6. 7 is armor, and then bikini against the 10 is successful. Okay, second spiderling is 1 hit. I get 1 armor. I'm going to roll whip against the 9, so I need a 10 to cancel it. That's not going to work. And then bikini. No, so I take 2 damage to the hands, but I also gain 1 armor. Okay, and then I do 2 spiderling attacks against Yenica. She has no positive evasion. It hits on 4s, so this is a miss, but the other 2 are hits. Head and hands. So that's 1 arm severe injury, and I roll 4 scramble. Let's do scramble first. 10. I gain a survival. Whoops. And then arm severe injury. Is a 9, which goes to 10. So knockdown. Scramble loop. Oh. Well, that's fatal, but we're going to roll undeathable. So 6 or above, she lives. No. Okay. It's all falling apart. Why you put this energy upon me, Califax? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think what I try to do here is cheese around the last piton. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is in range. Okay. I'm going to start with Devereaux. I move him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still in range. Okay. So, you are not responsible for these rolls. I don't know. I gotta blame someone, right? Okay, spent movement. I'm using action. This is dense bone arrows that hit on a 5. Yeah, hit on 5. That's 2 hits. Okay, so I've got Malingering Digits, which is a failure reaction, and Bloodstained Tresses, which has no reaction. Okay, so my base strength is 9. I'm going to roll Sharp, which is also a 9. I guess I should have clarified. I'm going to roll against them without reaction first. So I just need a 2 to wound. 7 is a wound. Brutal Kick is ignored. Okay, so that's the first one done. Second attack, rolling Sharp, is a 2. Not looking great. 2 brings me to 11, so I would need a 9 to wound. That is not a wound. Failure means I suffer Glimpse, which I reveal the top 4 cards of the AI deck, or AI deck? Yeah, AI deck, not the discard. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fortunately, Quadradept means I am immune to that, which is great because Cognitive Perdition was among those cards. Okay, so with that attack, how much survival does he have left? 7? Yeah. Okay, with that attack, I'm not going to spend the survival to stay in place, so he's going to get whipped back 1 space. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am still in range of the Forge Priest in purple. So what I'm going to do is start slinging arrows at that one. So, 2 speed hits on a 2. Is that right? No, I hit on a 3. That's 2 hits. 2 hits to the Forge Priest. I get Sharp. With a 6, I need a 2 to wound. That's a 7. Nice. So he's down to 5 health. Second roll Sharp is a 4. Brings me a 13. I need a 3 to wound. That's a 2. That's not so nice. Okay, and then we're going to spend 2 more survival to dash and use that to attack with Quadradept again. Hitting on a 3. Is that 10 visible? I think it is. I'm waiting for my stream to catch up. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, cool. So 2 hits. So first one, Sharp, is a 5, bringing me to 14. I need a 2. That is a 2. So he is down to 4 health now. Second Sharp is a 10. So I just need a 2. That's a 6. So I have chunked down the Forge Priest to half of its health. And that is all of what Devereaux can do this turn. Lortel has not attacked yet, I think. I think she's going to play out one more turn sitting there. So we're just going to attack with her to clear out some of the... Is this? Cannot get in range of anything. I can't move either. So we're just going to... Yeah, we're just going to poke at one of the spiderlings that are surrounding her. I don't think it really matters which one because the rest is just going to fill in the gaps. So, Lortel has 10 speed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 speed with 2 accuracy is hitting on a... Uh-oh. Oh, so if this hits... Hang on a second. Wait a minute. I am going to actually attack with the Holy Sword Whip so that I don't expend my Partisan stack. So, yeah, Holy Sword Whip Has the same attack profile, 1 speed, 6 accuracy, 9 strength. However, I've got a lot of tokens. So, 10 speed hits on a +2, hits on a 4. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 hits. So I've got 7 chances to roll a... What am I at now? 8 plus 9 is... I need a 3. Well, that's a 6. So that's 1 Spiderling dead. I think I'll have her stay there. So, it's going to be Pariah's turn now. Sudden inversion. Survivor with highest evasion in range. Yikes. Okay. So, this is a move and attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to shove this one out of the way and shove this one out of the way. And there. And I'm going to spawn a Spiderling because start a turn before I forget. Okay. So this attack is keen, so ignores positive evasion. However, he still has his negative accuracy against him. Which is very nice. So we're going to... What are we going to do? He did the movement after the flow, so I can't surge here. Okay, so we are going to roll 5 speed. His accuracy is 7. And if he actually lands and he hits, it's going to hurt. He sure landed some hits. So 6 is a miss, 6 is a miss, 5 is a miss. 8 and 10 are hits. So 8 I'm going to roll against with the whip. I need a 9 or higher. Is that visible? If it goes off screen, I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting it. Nice. It doesn't matter. Okay, so whip failed. I can bikini. Bikini fails. Okay, so I have strength tokens. I will spend 1 to dodge one of these hits. Or I'm supposed to do that after I roll. Okay, there we go. I'm going to dodge. How much damage is it going to do? 2, 5, plus evasion. So it's dealing 9 damage. I'll take the 1 to the head. So that brings her head armor down to 5. Okay. So this is now done. Second attack. Ecstatic Hysteria. Survivor with most tokens in range. It is absolutely Lortel. So he's not going anywhere. So before he's already adjacent to me. And there's a flow there. So I'm going to surge here with 2 more tokens. We are at 10 speed. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 speed. He has 2 evasion. I have 2 accuracy, so that cancels out, and I hit on a 6. So this is a miss. This is a miss. This is a miss. That's a miss. This is a miss. That's a miss, but you see that? I still got 4 hits with charged up spear. have any more. I'll have to use that. Pariah is now at -8 accuracy. So, with 4 hits, I should see if I wound as well. Impervious, Super Dense. It's not first hit. Invincible Great Toe, Wicked Cut Ankler, Wicked Churling Chaps, and the Bloodstained Bicep. 2 of these are inverted reflexes. We're going to start with the Impervious Super Dense. No, there's no point to doing that. I can't crit. Perform basic action targeting the furthest survivor. Oh, no, I don't want that being used against Devereaux. I want that being used against Lortel. What are these inverted reactions? Place the monster adjacent to the attacker as far away from other survivors as possible. If the attacker has no climbing gear, the monster crushes their grip in 1 digit at a time. Prevail, you're knocked down. I do have climbing... no, I don't have climbing gear. Prevail is spend 1 survival... or all survival, minimum 1. I have survival to spend that I can't spend... Actually, can I... Basically hitting on 10s now. Yeah, it's fantastic. I do need a rules check, though. Can I prevail if I am frenzied? Oh, fantastic. That's good to hear. We're going to start with that one, then. So we're going to swing on the Wicked Cut Anklet. 9 base strength on the weapon, plus 5 brings me to 14, so I need a 6 to wound. That is a 10. So, I'm going to prevail with all of my survival. And suffer brain damage equal to your bleeding tokens. I have 2 bleeding tokens. I will suffer brain damage equal to my bleeding tokens. That's not too bad. Alright, what's next? I guess I'll do the other inverted reflex. He destroys a piton, which is not great, but I don't want him... What to do here? Wait, you can't just spend survival, but you can spend strength. Wait. So, I would spend my strength tokens then? Or, because Prevail is spend all survival at minimum once. Okay. Frenzy says you can't spend survival, but you can spend strength tokens. Okay. Alright, so then we go back up to 10 survival, but I lose my 3 strength tokens. Devastating. Okay. Yeah, I still have the... Oh, wait, no, I don't have Red Fist anymore. Red Fist is dead. So we get knocked down then. 1 digit at a time, Prevail, you are knocked down. Yeah. Okay, so we get scrambled. That's okay. I think, because the alternatives to me being knocked down and canceling the attack were, I either lose a piton or I lose Whirlwind Pursuit to the person that doesn't gain armor on dodge. So this is good. So she's knocked down. I roll Scramble. That's a 6. That's +1 insanity. And then I go back to actually doing the AI card that I surged in the midst of. So, 4 speed. Accuracy is 10. Before damage, share misery. This attack gains damage equal to the number of negative attribute tokens. I do not have... That is permanent, not a token, so... Yeah, hits on a 10. There are no 10s, but there's a 2. I'm going to roll against the 3 for whip. No, so I only gain 1 armor. Okay, so Pariah is done. And now we go to all of his cronies. Boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. These go to Pariah. This goes to Pariah. This goes to Pariah. That goes to Pariah. Okay. So now we just have this big ass blob over here of spiderlings. And a Forge Priest that cannot reach the only target it has. So that's fun. We're going to start with Devereaux first, I think. So he's going to... Do I just... Is there a need for me to kill the Forge Priest? I might as well. Okay. So attack is... Let me change the scene. 5 and a 9. That's both hits. With sharp. That brings me to 11. So I need a 5. That's a 6. So that's 1 wound. Second one, sharp, is a 6. That brings me to 15. I need a 2. That's a 4. That's another wound. Alright. Purple Forge Priest has 1 health. I'm going to use my movement with Quadrudept to attack. That is 2 hits. First one, sharp. Oh, +1. So I need a 6 to wound. That is not a 6. So, that one failed. But I still have the second attack. Sharp is a 2. That brings me to 11. I need a 5. That's a 3. Okay. So, we're going to have to go into my survival. Not great. Alright. Hitting on a 3. Uh-oh. That's 1 hit. Sharp is a 10. Okay, so I just need a 2. That's another 10. Where were those when I had Wrath? So the final Forge Priest is dead, giving me 3 survival. Of which I am going to immediately spend 2 to dash, Quadrudept, and shoot at Pariah. Is that 10 visible? Oh shit, it probably isn't. Ah, bummer. 6. Okay, that still works. That's still a hit. Failure reaction, malingering knuckles. If I fail, I perform glimpse. That's fine. I'll just not fail. Sharp is a 6. That brings me to 15. I need another 5. And I got a 7. Is that 7 on screen? Do I need to push this up a little bit more? There we go. So the wound is Sadistic Break. -1 strength token, except I ignore Somatic Empathy with Quadrudept. Devereaux is all done. So now we move over to Lortel. I don't believe I need to bother with spiderlings at this point to debuff anymore. So we're at 10 speed. 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. And we are hitting on a... What are we doing here? 6, 2 accuracy, 2 evasion. Okay, so I just hit on 6s. That's pretty good. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss, and that's a miss. But otherwise, that's 6 hits. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do have spear spec on this character, so it doesn't matter because I didn't draw a trap. Okay. I do have 2 first strikes though, so we'll have to start with those. It is the kicks with knockback. That's gonna be problematic. Okay. Alright, so what am I working with? Did I? Oh, right, I couldn't spend the red fist. That's why I still have those tokens. So I'm at 14 strength. So I need a 6 to wound. I guess it doesn't matter which of the first strikes I hit, though. That is not a 6. So I fail, and on the reflex, I am going to suffer 5 damage to the feet. And suffer knockback 5 in a direction that I cannot move because there's a spiraling on one side and a piton on the other. So I'm going to suffer bash from collision. So this attack's over. And I roll on scramble. 7 plus 2 brings it to a 9. So I got plus 1 insanity. Okay. That's the end of what I can do. So now it is Pariah's turn again. This AI deck is feeling pretty thin. It'd be a lot thinner if I had Wrath, though. Okay, Pariah's first attack is Ecstatic Hysteria. He won't be moving because he's already in position. Oh, you know what? I just realized. I think I might have done a Surge without Red Fist the last time this came up. Well, it's been notated. That's a big oopsie on my part, but I don't know if there's a way for me to go back and undo that. 4 speed hits on 10s. There are no hits. There's 2 2s, so that gives me armor. I'm going to roll whip against the 3. That succeeds, so I get 3 armor to all hit locations. Second attack. Poots Police has been notified. Yeah. At least I admitted to my crimes. Long Reach Yank. Closest survivor facing in range. Move into range and attack. Already in range. Looking at 4 speed. Hits on a 10. Yeah, no hits. I roll whip against the 3. I do have a 1 here. That gives me armor. That's a 9, so I get 2 more armor. I gotta spawn more spiraling. I didn't spawn a spiraling this turn.
I don't know how necessary it is to do so because they're not really in a position to do anything. I move that one. I move this one closer. 1, 2, 3, 4 towards Pariah. Everything else can't target, so like they just clump up around Lortel, I guess. I don't think I bother moving them.
Oh, let me show what's actually going on.
They're just in this big ball clump here, and all the valid places to attack from are already taken. So I mean, they can move closer, but like they just continue clumping up. Like, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess that isn't monster impassable. Okay.
Alright, so 3 Spiderlings will be attacking. Okay, so 3 speed hits on 8s. That is 1 8, but I get an armor. Whip against the 8, I need a 9. Succeeds. So 2 armor. Wait, can I just... Does this do all? It does! Oh my goodness, I could have saved myself so much effort. Okay, second Spiderling has 2 hits. I'm going to roll against the 8. I get 1 armor. Whoops. That does not succeed. And then that's a Bikini. That does not succeed. So I'm going to take 2 hits to the foot and chest. Body. Foot. But I gained 1 armor. And then the final Spiderling has 2 hits. I'm going to roll against the 8. Is a 10, so I got 1 armor. And then Bikini fails. So I take 1 damage to, or 1 hit to the hands for 2 damage. But I gain 1 armor. Alright, enemy turn over. It's back to my turn. We're going to start with Devereaux first. First action is going to be to use the Crest Crown to reshuffle the hit location deck. Okay. So, and with that, we're going to roll 2 dice to sling some arrows at him. So, this is with my movement with Quadradept. So, hits on 5s, that's 2 hits. I have the Malingering Digits and the Wicked Shearling Chaps. One is a failure reaction, the other is a regular reaction. Oh, that's not good. The reflex is a basic action targeting farther survivor, but this is the whirlwind pursuit that I wanted to save, so that's a little unfortunate, but I don't think I can avoid that. So rolling sharp is a 2, that brings me to an 11. I need a 9 to wound. That sucks. 8 is 1 short. I'm going to glimpse the top 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, but not be impacted by somatic empathy. That's whipping sway, cognitive perdition, heel kick, and sudden inversion. All fun ones. So that's a failure. Second attack. Sharp. 8 brings me to where am I at? 17. So I need a 3 to wound. 5 is a wound. So Lashing Curses. corporalia disorder, and -1 evasion token. That does not apply. Reflex. Basic action targeting the furthest survivor. So, because I use the Beast Hunter helm, he is going to target Devra over here with Whirlwind Pursuit. And it's going to be a doozy. 4 speed. 4 speed with hits on a 10. Okay. And I just keep rolling until I hit a 10. Oh, well, that was pretty fast. Okay, 1 hit. I don't want to loop this forever because I don't get any benefit from that. So, that is 6 damage, -1 from Spediculeg. Okay, so that goes into discard now. AI card is done. Survival. Oh, I had Phoenix Placard. I'm gonna ignore the Phoenix Placard because I would be sitting here rolling dice for another 2 minutes probably. I'm going to save my survival and my turn. Lortel is going to... wait. What is Lortel going to do? There's no point in charging out the spear again. I'll just end her action. Or skip her action. So we're going back to Pariah. Plasmic Transfusion, Survivor with least attribute tokens. That would be Devereaux. Move into range and attack. He's already in range. 4 speed, hits on 10s. No hits. So the after damage does not apply. Second action is Grasping Hunger. Are you in the correct... Survivor with most tokens. Oh, no, you go back to Lortel. We're gonna move you
over here.
Okay, Synchronic Attack. So this is 4 speed, hits on 10s. 2 is an armor, another 2 is another armor. 6 and 7. I'm rolling whip against the 6. I got a 7, so that's another armor. So that's 3 armor. And this misses. So now, Spiderlings are going to do Spiderling things. I'm just going to move the ones that are to fill in the gap that Pariah left. So I have 3. Yeah, Pariah's on that spot. So I've got 3 Spiderlings adjacent, so we're going to roll 3 times. They hit on 8s at 3 speed. So that is 1 hit. We're going to roll Bikini first. Nope. And then I need to roll a 10 for the whip. Nope. Okay. So that damages torso for 2. Next one is 2 armor and a 10. We're going to roll Bikini against that 10. 7 or above. Yep, I avoid it and gain 2 armor. Last Spiderling. 2 armor and a 9. I'm going to try whip first. I need a 10. No. Bikini? Yes. Okay, so 2 more armor. Yeah. Alright. Player turn. Hopefully I can get some wounds down because I wanna get a move on this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 speed, hits on a 6 against Pariah. Is that orange dice off screen? God damn it, I bet it is. It was a 10. 7, that's fine. 2, 2, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2. Yeah, that's the only hit. So I got one hit. It's parry! I can't hit that. 9, yeah. I can't crit. He has a luck token. Monster manages to fend off the attack with his Wicked Heal. If you are attacking with a melee weapon, the monster pins your weapon to the ground, knocking you down. So Scramble is a 7, which is 9. That's plus 1 insanity. Bummer. Okay, and then Devro slings more arrows. So, first attack. Hits on 5s. Wow. Quadradept using movement. That's 2 hits. I've got a first strike and a bloodstained bicep. So, first strike first, of course. So, sharp is a 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16, I need a 4. 4 to wound. It is a 2. You know, this is a really annoying stalemate I'm stuck in right now. It can't really hit me, but I can't really hit it either. Turn to face the attacker. Are you in range of that? You are. Okay. I suffer bash. So we're gonna roll. Well, we're gonna roll a few things. 5 damage or 4 damage to hit location chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knockback 5. That is collision against the piton, so I'm going to roll on Scramble. Oh. Well. This is going to be a very long rest of the game. It's particularly annoying because there is still a possibility I win this, so I have to play it out. Did I attack with Lortel yet? Yeah, she got knocked down. So it's Pry's turn. Does that count as a hit for the purposes of Phoenix Placard? Someone throw me a bone here. Probably not, because it's you suffer it. Plasma transfusion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hits on 10. That's 1 hit. Roll against the 4. Nope. Bikini against 10. Nope. Okay, so this is going to repeat that, please. So I had a first strike hit location with a reflex where all survivors in the kick zone suffer damage, get knockback. Since those two things are tied together, is that considered a hit? Probably not, right? No, Placard only works on hits. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this hit me once. Target places token on somatic static. Yep. I take... Whoops. Waste is 5 damage. And I gain a bleed token. Bleed token brings me to 3 bleed, and oh my goodness. Alright. And then Pry's second attack is Grasping Hunger. 4 speed, hits on a 10. All misses. I'm going to roll against the 4 for armor. That's a 9, so I get 1 armor. And then I have 3 sets of spiderlings attacking me, so I'll just roll them all together. Or no, I've got to roll bikini and bodysuit separate. Okay, we'll roll against 3. That's a 4, so that's 1 armor. I'll save that to the end. Second hit. That's 1 hit. Roll bikini. Roll 10? No. Okay, so I got 1 hit against me. And 1 armor. That's 1 hit. Roll bikini. Bikini fails. A 10? No, 10 fails. So that's 2 hits against me and 1 armor. So, waist and hand. Okay. So, monster turn's done. I swing with 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my goodness. 12 dice.
Hits on a 6.
Let me out of here. Please hit. Okay, so 5 misses, 1 misses, 1 misses. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Surely. Not a trap, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a trap. That's my first trap this entire showdown. Incredible. Trapper. We're going to roll on weapon spear spec. Why is my dice section so zoomed in? Or toe. So I need to roll a d10 and hit a 7 or above to remove this. That's an 8. Yeah, I discard only the trap. Oh, that's unlucky. I guess I've been... Oh my goodness, we're nearing 4 hours. This is longer than my first attempt. It's because I can't freaking hit anything, and he can't hit anything either. My headphones just died, so that's why I'm complaining. I did not draw the trap again. We have 9 hit locations, of which I have 2 first strikes. And those first strikes will cancel all of the remaining hits, unfortunately. Oh, man. Can I at least get a wound off of that? What do we got here? 7 strength plus 9 is 16, so I need a 4 to wound. 8. Thank you. Flip all your positive attribute tokens to their opposite sides. I'm going to somatic static that. That one would be very bad. Okay, so leg kick. I suffer 5 damage to the torso. Knockback 5 is going to cause scramble. Is a 3. Okay, so I take 4 damage to another torso. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the end of that attack. How many cards do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to do that 8 more times. My goodness. I can't. Yeah, I can't surge. So. Whipping sway. He's just gonna turn. 4 speed, hits on a 10. He has no hits. I'm going to roll against the 3 to see if I get armor off of that from the whip. I do not. Okay, so this is done. Ecstatic Hysteria. He turns to face me again. Move and synchronic attack. This is 4 speed. Hits on a 10. There are no 10s. I'm going to roll against the 5 to see if I get armor with the whip. I do. Okay. Pariah is done his turn. I am now going to roll for the spiderlings. So for the first one, I've got 1 armor. I've got 1 hit. I'm going to roll 9 is bikini, and that dodges that. So second one, 1 hit on the 9. We'll start with bikini. 10, so that succeeds. I'm going to roll against the 5 to see if I can turn that to a nut. Okay. Third and last spiderling. 8 is a hit. 2 is another armor. Roll bikini against the 8. Nope. Roll whip. Oh, that's off screen. Or no, that's probably visible. 6. It's a failure. So I've got 1 hit that landed and 2 armor. So +2 and then -2 to the waist. Okay, my turn. 3, 6, 9, 12. Hitting on a 6 against Pariah. That misses, that misses, that misses, that misses, that misses, that misses, that misses. Only 4 hits, or 5 hits. That's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No first hits, no traps. So what do we got here? We've got first a couple inverted reactions. Which ones are these? So one of them is a piton destruction. That's not good. Another is if the attacker is not adjacent to a piton, the monster spies an opportunity for move. Okay, so this is okay. So this one's free. This one's free. This one is my cancel. This one is no. Glimpse is not free on this character. Failure. Place the survivor adjacent to the attacker, away from all other survivors. Okay, so we start with the inverted reaction, the free one, and then we'll go from there. Or no, I'm supposed to decide the order when I start, aren't I? Here. Place the monster adjacent to the attacker as far away from other. Except for knockback 5. That's going to trigger a scramble, so I don't want that. We're going to do... Yeah, we're going to do this order. So we're only going to really attempt 2 wounds this turn. So, 9 plus 7 brings me a 16. I need a 4 to wound. That's a 1. Reflex. If the attacker is not adjacent to a piton, the monster spies an opportunity and they make the survivor suffer bash. But I am adjacent to a piton, so it's okay. Oh, that's not good. This is there we go. Failure reaction. I wound on a 4. 6 is a wound. Oh, I can't go on it? Okay. Long reach yank. Cannot activate ranged or reach weapons. I have somatic static to give that the big middle finger. Although I've only got 3 more left, so hopefully I don't have anything super nasty in the deck. Okay, next one. Rolling on a 4, or wounding on a 4. Another 6. That's another wound. Gain the prey disorder and set your insanity to 0. What does prey do again?
Is that something that will actually cause issues? Just shuffling through my deck. You may not spend your survival unless you are insane. Oh. I will absolutely take that. Because I can't spend survival anyways. I now have prey. And my insanity is now at 0. That's Whirlwind Pursuit gone. What a shame. I like that card. Do I want to deal with Glimpse? No, I really don't. I'm gonna let him break this Piton. 7. That's another wound. Cognitive Perdition! Suffer 4 random brain traumas. Yeah, no thanks. I'm gonna somatic static that. I have 2 more somatic statics left. And the reflex on that card is he destroys the Piton that he's standing on, and all survivors adjacent to it are knocked down. So I am now down to 2 Pitons. I'm rolling Scramble. 1. Well, good news is this was my only survivor with a lifetime reroll still left. 10. Okay. Well, I'm already a survivor cap. I stand up next to the nearest Piton. So that brings me over there. Okay, prize turn. Heel kick for his threat and range. Move adjacent to target. Yeah. 4 speed, hits on a 10. There are no 10s. I'm going to roll against a 3 with the whip to see if I gain some armor. I do not. Okay, and then I need to shuffle the deck. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 wounds left. I think when we get back to the basic action, it's going to be spicy because there's a guaranteed bash there. Heel kick again. No 10s. I'm going to roll against the 3 to see if I get armor. I do. Okay, so that's prize turn done. Oh, those dice weren't all on screen. Well, we're getting to that point. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm just kind of moving the spiderlings. I don't think spawning new ones doesn't matter at this point because there's only so many of them that can attack at the same time anyways. So the rest of them just end up clumping up and getting each other's ways. Back to Lortel's turn. I have 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I hit on a 6. So, that's a miss, 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 and that is a miss. That leaves me with 2, 4, 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a trap. Five. I do not succeed in removing it. All survivors doomed. Thick black tears stream from under the monster's blindfold. The empathic bond surges like an overwhelming wave, destroying the attacker's resistance. Shuffle the wound stack. The attacker reveals... shuffle the wound stack. The attacker reveals cards on the top of the wound stack equal to their understanding. Then shuffle the revealed cards back to the wound stack face down. I have 3 understanding, so I will be eating a basic attack at the end of this. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Ah, boy, I think I just lost. That's a cognitive perdition. I'm doomed, so I cannot spend survival tokens. I got a -1 speed token. -1 speed. Toss aside is Anhedonia. I'm gonna replace Prey with Anhedonia, which just means I cannot gain fighting arts, secret fighting arts, or abilities, which is not really an issue. However, cognitive perdition means I roll for 4 random brain traumas, subtracting my understanding from each roll result. Damn it. Okay, so I have 3 understanding, so we're at -3 for all of these. 9 brings me down to a 6. 1 damage to myself. Random disorder. 1d5 insanity brings me to 4 insanity. 1 damage to myself at the torso. And random disorder. Narcissistic. Am I wearing armor at the head? Archive the armor. So I lose the mage's hood. That's really bad. I should have just drawn it from my deck. God damn it. Okay, so that's the first one. I have 3 more. 3. Oh. Okay, well, that was fun. 4 hours of me looping this guy back and forth, not being able to wound, and him not being able to hit me. And I died to cognitive perdition. We'll get him next time. Yeah, one day Wrath will hit. Well, thanks for calling, everyone. See you next time.